Here, what's going on, guys? We're going to show you how to actually bind something to this controller. It's very simple. So the first thing that you need to do, you can either navigate with this. It's up, down, left, right. Doesn't matter. But you need to go to Model 9, or you can simply press on it. And not specifically Model 9, but you can see I have stuff already in here. We have Bugs 3. We'll get this closer. Bugs 3, SEMA, JJRC, 010, I don't know what that one is, Bugs 3, RC car, big JJRC, and then the yellow is what we're on now. So we're on a new model. Then what you need to do is you're gonna have to watch my videos. If you're gonna get this, you're gonna have to watch my videos, because there's no deviation.com for this, there's no opentx.com for this. I'm kind of developing this, so I'm going to show you what your channels need to be on. And again, we're just pressing System Settings, General Menu. We'll go to Function. It needs to be TAER, okay? And as you switch these, it's really simple to switch these. You can just press on it. If you need to put this EA, whatever you need to do, switch it. But understand, as you switch things, throttle always needs to be J3. Aileron needs to be J1, elevator needs to be J2, and rudder needs to be J4. Normally, this is J1, J2, J3, J4, which in corresponding would go with each one of those. Hopefully that's not too confusing. Then, Servo Reverse. On this, which is FUTABA, everything needs to be reversed. If the throttle's not reversed and you bind to this, it's just going to shoot straight up, and the only way to shut it down is actually by pressing up. And then you can reverse it, and then your throttle will be correct. But let's go ahead and get into how to bind this. It's so simple. Look, you see linkage settings. Click on there. We can click on link. No telemetry sensors. I actually clicked on telemetry. Click on link. We have our internal RF that's off. Multi-protocol is on. And to page by touch, you can just touch there. And then we need to get this in bind mode first. So what we're going to do is, with these XK drones, they usually have a bind button. We need to power it on. Come on. So it's powered on. You have a sequence of lights like that. Right inside here, there's a bind button. There's a bind button. Hold it down. We get a different sequence of lights. So then all we're going to do, we're going to go to the FUTABA, which is SFHSS. And as you can see, it's self-bound. For any reason it would not self-bind, you can just go down here to binding start. But we'll just verify, throttle up, it's already self-bound. So it's that simple. And again, the channel mapping that I have here, you're going to want to pay attention to. General menu, function, needs to be TAER, J3, J1, J2, J4. Servos reversed. All of them need to be reversed. I think we're going to give this an in-house fly here. Alright, a little in-room flight here. Also, another thing with this, there is a timer here. If you go ahead and touch that, you can start a timer if you were doing a time flight, if you don't have something with RSSI on it, and then stop it, and then long hold to clear it, and then it clears out. You can also, on certain things that'll have telemetry, it'll show telemetry there, that shows current time that the radio's been on. You can see the voltage for this. You can change username, and I guess that's another timer, so you can run two timers at the same time. And again, long hold to clear it. You can do it with your finger or via this button. And down here it shows an airplane. You can change it to multi-rotor. There's a way to change it to multi-rotor. It doesn't matter. And again, Model 9, we could rename simply by going in here, and we'll delete everything, and then we'll just put XKDRONE and click OK. So it's really cool. I love the touchscreen display. But let's go ahead and get this in air. Now these propellers, if I hit anything, they're going to fly off. They're not the stock propellers. They were actually on something else, and I actually had to open up the spacing on them a little bit for them to fit on this. I do have spare ones that one of you guys sent me a while ago that I have yet to put on this. But let's go ahead and get this up. This is a 5 point. Just a little bit about the drone here. It's a X130-T, 5.8 gigahertz brush motors from XK. Let's go ahead and get it up here. Goal is not to hit anything. That way I don't have to try to find my propellers. We didn't hit anything. I just dropped it, and I did. I lost the propeller. Knew that was gonna happen, man. And I'm gonna try to find it. The propeller is back on. I think I mean, again, these aren't the right props, but you can see the motor. What holds the motors down is a little bit different from other brushed direct feed motors. If they were sitting a little bit down further on the motor, I don't think they would do that. Let's try it. Let's try to get a full flight time here. This controller is extremely smooth, and the sticks are very responsive. Whoa, there goes propeller. Alright, I guess we should just switch out the propellers to the ones that belong on this, because there's no way I'm going to find that other one, and just save these. Right, take 3. Final take, guys. These fit on a lot snugger. Again, the ones that I had didn't fit on this at all, and I kind of tapped them with a pin just so they would go on, and they fit loosely. As you saw, it was in air, and it flopped over because one of the propellers flew up. We should not have the issue with this one, because these are propellers made for this drone. And I do have them on correctly. Down and to the left, that should calibrate it, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to go ahead and stick that over here. Yeah, so we're level now, so if you see it drifting one way or the other, you're going to want to calibrate it again. Down and to the left will do that. Just a little buzz here. Those blue lights will turn red when it's low battery, which this was a pretty much charged battery. The red light in there is for the camera that's on here. It's a really cool looking drone. I don't think you could buy these anymore unless you got one second hand. XK stuff is tops, man. I love XK stuff. You can see how smooth of a hover I have going on here. That's definitely a huge tribute to this controller. And again, if you like larger controllers, this might be a way to go. As far as the multi-protocol module, I'm going to have to really get down to it, because I don't even think this controller is for sale yet. It's still in the development stages. That's kind of what I'm doing, is doing what the guys did on Deviation and OpenTX, getting a map for what the channel mapping is. Because there is no instruction guide for this. Just a little spinny. Trying to not crazily fly this in here, just because I don't want to lose any more propellers, especially these ones that fit on here, because if I do hit something, possibility of them coming off is very possible. Woo! Close proximity flying like this is good for training your hands. Doing little hovers like I'm doing right now is good for training your hands. It's raining, it's windy out, definitely not going outside. Just trying to get my fly on. Killed throttle. Did not want to bang in anything. I'm going to push these down just in case they popped up a little bit. Just in case, which I don't think they did, because again, these propellers are the ones that fit on here. And actually, every time you crash, because that went forward considerably, you should down and to the left calibrate that gyroscope, and then it should be even going up. And it went straight up versus going forward. And I do have a lens cap over that eye. That's why you can't see the eye of the camera. Don't want to get too crazy, like I said. I don't really want to crash this, man. The guy who sent me these blades, I don't even remember who it was, shame on me. If you remember sending them to me, I do appreciate you. But he had a site, and again, I forgot what site he said he used on it to actually get these blades. Go into a little funnel. Little time on the sticks here, a little bit. And this is time on the sticks, but it's also, again, showing you this radio is definitely capable. We've already done a range run with one of the Bugs drones on this. This drone right here is not really a range runner. I was able to fly completely around my house and still have decent FPV with it. So it's basically a large yard flyer, I think that's what I would say, or a large field that is completely open that you can maintain connectivity direct with your antennas with the drone. There is no beeper on this, so I would not take this. I wouldn't try to take this more than 100, 200 meters tops. Really neat looking drone though. Plug and play motors. If the motors ever went out, as long providing you can still get them, they just pop off, unplug, replug. And they plug right on the side of the arms too. Woo! There we go. So we start to see red lights, and I felt the sag in the drone itself that I was losing power. So we're actually going to down this now. We're not going to fly it anymore just because I don't know when the next time I will fly it, and I don't want to kill that battery too much. Hopefully you guys appreciated this review. It was a little bit different. It was definitely showcasing this controller, a little bit about the drone, and a little bit of basic knowledge about flying inside. If you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe button. Questions, comments, concerns, put it down below.